Yes people, welcome to Chasing Monsters, a Park Lake fishing series brought to you by me, Ricardo, from Backonthebank. Now I hope you enjoy this series with content dropping on a monthly basis. Watch myself and the lads pursue a number of monstrous carp, a lake that's certainly not for the faint-hearted. We'll fish, we'll blank, we'll certainly persevere though, and who knows, there might even be a few PBs broken along the way. So here's to the current episode, we hope you enjoy it. Stick a comment down below if you do, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. In the meantime, sit back, relax, get your kettles on and keep your eyes peeled for that next Park Lake monster. What's going on people, it's your boy Ricardo. Welcome back to the YouTube channel, Back on the Bank and the Chasing Monsters series. We're now into June. Now it's funny because I'm fishing in a swim known as the Cherries 2, and funnily enough, last year when we set up the Chasing Monsters series, I actually started the actual series in this swim. So yeah, it's just funny how things like that happen, to be fair. But yeah, at the lake, got a new set of rods as well that I'm actually hopefully going to christen on this session. So fingers crossed. Wanted to upgrade from my Pro Logic rods, which were good to me, to be honest. Like, they're a great starter set of rods. I'm actually going to pass them over to one of my friends, and yeah, I caught some decent fish on them last year. But I went and found a set of Harrison Customs which I've had built, and I'm really pleased with them. I picked them up last week, and this is actually my first session out using them, so hopefully I can christen them. It's about 7:30 now. I've just set me bivvy up. I got the rods out about an hour ago. I know this swim quite well, but I haven't fished it for about 4 or 5 months, so I thought I'd just flick a little lead out and have a little feel about. But yeah, leads went down with a nice little crack. I've got the bait out on the spot. I didn't put too much, just put 4 or 5 spoms over 2 of the rods, and the other rod I literally just threw a couple of boilies over the top of it, just to get the fish rooting around a bit. As I said in the previous video, the spawning looks like it's finished now, so we're back in action for the season ahead, and hopefully the fish are ready to start getting on the feed. The lake's looking absolutely bang on. The trees have started to come up, the bird life have started to flourish. There's a load of bird life on this front lake, and that is one of the reasons why you can't surface fish over here, which is a shame, but you have to respect that, unfortunately. The other thing I'd like to mention is that the channel's nearly at 2k subs. Now, if you know me and you've watched the channel for a while, you know that I am very impartial to a giveaway, and there is no exception in this scenario. So when we hit the 2k mark, I'm going to do a giveaway. I've had a chat with my new friend Dave Levy, who obviously works at Ridge Monkey with me, and he was kind enough to hand over one of his books. It's called Fallen Kings. If you haven't seen it, go and check it out on his page. He's got a few posts about it and stuff. Now, entering this competition cannot be simpler. All you need to do is subscribe to Back on the Bank on YouTube, and then go down to the comment section of this video and type hashtag thank you Dave Levy for your chance of being entered. I will then use a random search generator like I've done in previous giveaways to choose one lucky winner for that book. So make sure you get involved. Wicked prize up for grabs, and once again, thanks Dave for handing that over to me. I also managed to get him to sign the book as well, so really cool prize for you guys, and something you should definitely get involved with. So now I've got that out there, I'm going to wrap this bit up. I'm going to kick back. The sun's just gone behind the trees, and I'm hopefully going to be able to hook into a carp tonight. I'm really confident, but if I don't, I shall see you in the morning. Sweet. And Snedden's ringing me. Yo.
What's happening?
What's happening, bro? You're currently on the episode of Chasing Monsters. How you doing?
Yeah, all good, fellow.
Mate, it's been quite some time, innit, I tell you, since I've got out and managed to film.
Listen, it's been ages since you've been able to get out and film, mate.
Trust me, bro. I just explained to everyone as well how long it's been, but we're back, man, and I'm feeling proper confident, to be fair. What are you saying? You coming over?
Where are you fishing?
I'm back in the Cherries 2, where we started the series. How mad's that?
You're in Cherries 2, yeah?
Mate, a year ago, bro, it was a year ago, mate, that we started the channel, and I'm back in here.
That's mad, bro.
Yeah, I know.
That is mad.
What are you saying?
Me and Josh are going to come over here.
Snedden and Josh are coming over to see me. Sweet. With that said, I'm going to press the red button, Sneds. I'll see you in a bit.
In a bit.
Safe, bro. Sweet. Mad. I just wanted to tune in. Next day, obviously got here last night, done the overnighter. Despite it being bang on, the temperature was lovely last night. I did see a few fish as well, sort of cruising on the surface before the sun went down and stuff, but yeah, it was a really quiet night. I did have a savage liner about 9 o'clock, but apart from that, really quiet this end. Know that one decent sized mirror come out of the point that end this morning, quite early this morning. I didn't sleep very well last night. I was up until about 4 AM and it started getting light about 3:30. Absolutely cracking sunrise, and definitely something that I've missed throughout the winter months. I remember filming back in June last year. I got some cracking sunsets on the other side of the lake because the sun sets behind us. I've brought one of my rods in quite close now. I'm going to fish the margin for this second night on one of them, and I've got the other two out in open water on 2 different spots that I've previously fished before, so I am confident, but we'll see how it goes. It's really, really close today though, very sticky. The joys of the summer, eh? Yes guys, so just a little update from me. It's been quite a quiet day to be fair. This morning was very overcast, didn't really see much going on at all. As it went through to sort of mid-afternoon though, the sun come out and it got really warm, and the fish obviously followed suit and ended up coming back up to the surface. So this afternoon, seeing quite a few fish cruising along the top, a lot down this end of the lake as well, so feeling quite confident. I was just sitting out on my bucket for about 20 minutes just as it was getting dark, and I see a lot of them sort of cruising, but it looks like they've actually gone down now, so hopefully they get their heads down. I might stick the laptop on for a bit. I've got a podcast that I've been watching, so I'm going to finish that and then probably get a bit of hard-earned rest, because last night it was quite difficult to sleep. I had my back vents open on my bivvy. Yeah, light was penetrating the bivvy really early and it woke me up, so I haven't had much sleep. But anyway, hopefully I have something to report before the morning, but if I don't, I'll tune in with you guys in the morning to catch up and wrap up this session. Sweet. Couple of coots playing kiss chase. So guys, come through to the end of this short session. It's been a bit mad, I won't lie. Despite not having any joy on the rods yesterday, was a bit mental. So yesterday afternoon, I opened up my call bag and unfortunately there was a nest of ants in it, so great start. During the afternoon I was sitting out here looking at the water and I see in my peripheral vision a rat run underneath the bottom of my bed. I went in there, moved a few bits about, and I thought that it actually came out, but I was definitely wrong, because last night I got into bed, as I said, heard a bit of rustling down by my rod sleeves, which are at the end of my bed along the floor. So I've picked up my water container, which was resting on top of those rod sleeves, and yeah, Mr. Rat jumps out in a panic, running around. I absolutely shit myself, jumped on top of my bed, water canister went everywhere, my whole bed was soaked. Surprised my laptop didn't get destroyed, to be fair. The issue was that I had my front zip down to prevent the gnats coming in, so the rat tried to run out the front door, couldn't, turn round, run back under the bed, and yeah, it was just an absolute disaster. I had to get the fella next door to me to come with a torch to try and help me find it. We pulled everything out and eventually managed to get it out. Like, it was hiding behind my rucksack at the end and it just sprinted out in the end and up into the bushes. But yeah, really painful. Didn't get much sleep again last night for obvious reasons. And yeah, to finish the story, the rat has destroyed one of my aqua rod sleeves. So yeah, really gutted about that, but sometimes shit happens, doesn't it? So anyway, yeah, come through to the morning. Had a few liners throughout the course of the night, but nothing extravagant. And do you know what? It looks like a couple of fish have started to spawn again over in the sort of memorial area. So God knows, I mean, it has been very warm the last few days, and we do know that not all carp spawn at the same time. So yeah, so I'm going to spend maybe another hour or so here, and I'm going to pack my gear up. I'm going to shoot home. I'm going out with my missus tonight for some dinner and a couple of friends, so looking forward to that. But yeah, it's been nice to get back out despite the blank again. Didn't anticipate June to be like this so far, but we crack on and carry on. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next session. Sweet. Yes guys, so I've managed to get out this morning, and the main reason is just so I can give you guys an update on the Chasing Monsters stuff. Now, some of you are probably wondering why the videos have been limited over the last few months, and the main reason for that is just because I've had quite a lot of filming commitments to do with Ridge Monkey, which takes precedence. As you can appreciate, I don't want to put out poor quality videos, and videos take a lot of time to do, so hopefully you can appreciate that. Anyway, during July I managed to get out for a couple of overnight sessions, and although there were other anglers on the lake nicking fish in various areas of the lake, I myself just could not get onto them, and it was really frustrating me. So I thought to myself, right, if you're going to be doing these quick overnighters, you need to think smarter. I sat at home and I went back to the drawing board. I tweaked a few things bait and rig wise in anticipation of nicking a couple of fish. I think I've done about 2 or 3 overnighters throughout July with nothing to show for my efforts. August August, which happens to be my birthday month, came quick and fast and was a lot kinder to me. I'm actually 30 this year as well, so it was a special occasion. After a week's filming away in Cornwall with Ridge Monkey, I come back and done a session with my mate Adam, who managed 2 fish on this particular session, a £20 common and a bigger one at just over £30, which you'll see a bit later on. I remember sitting there on that particular night thinking to myself, am I ever going to catch a carp out of the front lake again? It's been about 13 sessions now without a fish, and although I haven't been able to get out and get any consistency in, I really felt like I deserved one. It's so easy how you can overly think things when you're on a massive blank, 13 sessions for me in particular, but I was adamant that the small tweaks I'd made to my baits and rigs were definitely going to generate a take, and boy was I correct. So the session then, I remember hooking into my first carp about 8 o'clock just as it was getting dark. The take itself was delicate, but as soon as I hooked into the fish and the fish itself knew it was caught, it absolutely went wild. And to be honest, I'm a bit guilty because I let it have far too much leeway. I let it take line off of the spool, and that was a mega bad move because I was fishing tight up to an island, and as you can imagine, it decided to strip line and take me straight round the back of the island because it knew where it was, and within 30 or so seconds I heard that almighty ping sound ring through my ears, which was unbelievably gutting. I've just hooked into a carp and I've lost it within about 30-40 seconds of having it on. You can imagine that I was wounded. Probably a mixture of anxiety, nerves and christening the aviators. My new rods are a lot stiffer in the butt and tip section, meaning I needed to adjust to this. I'm not blaming it on that. The main reason for me losing that carp was because I was too kind to it and let it take line off of my spool when I shouldn't have. But all new tools take time to get used to, is what I'm saying. Anyway, I didn't let this dishearten me. I got my rig straight back onto the money spot and hoped for another take. Within about an hour or so of sitting down in the swim contemplating what I'd done wrong on the first take, my rod went back into meltdown again, and I was on it this time, straight into locked up mode. I did not let it get round the back of the island, and it actually swum towards me, which was a bonus. As I'm bringing the line back onto the spool, the fish actually started taking me out to the right. It carted right slightly, but I got my tip low and brought it back round to the left so that it was still in front of my swim. I remember Adam being next to me in my ear at this point saying, come on son, you've got this one, you've got this one. And to be honest, I think I might have told him to shut up, and that weren't me being rude. I was just super tuned into this carp. I couldn't let this one go, and I just needed ultimate silence to concentrate and get the fish in. Sorry Ad, but you know how it gets. But yeah, continued to play this one for a good 10-15 minutes, gave me a mega little battle, but as I got the net cord under it, I think I might have lost my voice box. I went absolutely crazy. I was jumping up and down. I remember Adam picking me up off the floor whilst I still had my rod in hand and the net, squeezing me as hard as he could. I was very limited with oxygen at that point, but I didn't care. The adrenaline was incredible, and it was a moment that I'll never forget, considering I'd worked so hard over the last 13 sessions to nick a fish. Finally, I had one in the net. Right. Huh? Showtime, yep. I'm going to turn that off. Jesus Christ, what a whirlwind. It's been my first fish for nearly 8 months. I'm absolutely buzzing. Done a couple of night session with my mate, and we'd already had 2, and I was really wounded, to be fair, because I lost one and I just thought, it's not happening for me, I just need a stroke of luck. Managed to position some rigs like in some proper decent areas, seen fish showing there for a while, all day, and I thought, yeah, it's got to happen. And yeah, we've finally got one, so let's have a little look at it. Oh mate, thanks for letting me finish talking. Relax for a sec. There we go. There we go. Just want to get the rig out for a sec. That was nailed in the bottom lip. That's actually helped me get the rig out there, so she definitely ain't shy for the camera. It's pretty lively, this one, but fantastic colours, proper grey, lovely scales. Cool, really nice one. There we go. An absolute banging Park Lake mirror that I've been buzzing to have for a long time. Really grey mirror I've got here, lovely scales on her, but I'm just mega pleased to have finally had one. It's been a long time, and hopefully I can nick a few more. As I say, last night on this session, I'm going to try and get a few more sessions in before the winter months. I know time's gone mega quick, I've been really busy, work commitments, etc., but really happy to get out on this session, and yeah, just mega buzzing, finally broken that blank. So I'm going to quickly weigh her, and then I'm going to get her back in the lake and hopefully get another one. So we're now into the back end of August, my birthday weekend, which I mentioned before. I didn't get any fishing in this particular week. I actually went out and spent the weekend with my girlfriend and my family. She took me to an amazing restaurant in the Shard called the Oblix. If you like fine dining like myself, I definitely recommend going up there and witnessing it. It was unbelievable. The views were incredible and the food was spot on. So yeah, if you're in the City of London, make sure you give it a shot. On to Snowdonia in September then with the Ridge Monkey lads to film the autumn winter clothing range. This trip was absolutely mega. We managed to climb the Snowdonia mountain as well. Climbed up it in about an hour and 36 minutes. Got to the top, me, Dave and Dan Hawkes. We've done really well on that. Managed to get up there mega quick, and the views up there are insane, man. You could see so far. We was in and amongst the clouds. It was quite cold, not gonna lie. It suited the autumn winter clothing shoot though, that's for sure. We managed to get some incredible footage. If you haven't checked out some of the autumn winter clothing range on the Ridge Monkey stuff, make sure you go over to their website or check your local stockist, because it's definitely worth having a look at. I remember when I was climbing the mountain receiving a call from Leon back home asking if I wanted to do an overnight session with him upon my return. The answer was definitely yes, considering I'd nicked one a couple of weeks prior. When I got back, I chucked my gear in the car and met Leon at the lake. We jumped into a couple of pegs which happened to be next door to one another, which was perfect, and Adam actually come down a bit later on to join us to the left of us. So yeah, nice little overnight social with the lads, something I'd missed. While sitting there having a chat about fishing and having a couple of beers, I got a couple of bleeps on my left-hand rod. My swim was about 10 yards from where we were sitting, but I didn't get up at that point because I thought, oh, okay, maybe there's just a few fish in the area. About another 30 or 45 minutes had gone past, and I got another few bleeps on the same rod, followed by an absolute melter of a take, which scared the hell out of all of us. As you can imagine, I was in shock, but jumped straight out of my chair and run straight over to my rods. Upon getting over to them and turning on my head torch, I could see an unbelievable sight. What had happened was my rod had come out of the rod rest and my Daiwa tournament was slapped straight up against the Nash R3. I'm thinking, what's going on here? My tip's over to the left, obviously the fish has taken me left, but my rod was literally still balancing on the R3. So as I've picked it up, it's actually connected to the R3. I'm thinking, what the hell, what's going on? Upon further investigation, I could see that some of my line had wrapped round the snag ear of the R3, preventing my rod from going in the lake, which was one, mega lucky, but two, incredibly unbelievable. I couldn't believe it. So I've untangled the line, and as I've taken it off the snag ear, the line's gone ping, so I've got the fish, I'm holding onto the rod. I could tell that it was already well over to the left. Luckily it hadn't taken me round the back of the island, as I was fishing a very similar spot to a couple of weeks previous. It had carted left in front of Leon's swim. So I'm hanging the rod round and I'm trying to bring it back over in front of me. Managed to get it over in front of me and it's taking me over there again. Anyway, I've got it back round, and as I'm bringing it back round, it's surfaced. Leon and Adam are standing next to me at this point in anticipation. Leon's head torch shining straight onto the fish whilst it's on the top. I heard him in my ear say to me, Rick, that's a good one, that I can tell. But I was mega in the zone at this point, and yeah, just carried on trying to play the carp. As I'm playing the fish, I managed to get it back round in front of the swim and it's gone deep. Luckily enough, on a previous walk round the lake, I managed to drop into this swim and I could see the water clarity had got mega good, which meant I could see a lot in front of me. So whilst I was playing this carp a couple of weeks later, I knew that I had not much to worry about underneath me once it was under the rod tips. So yeah, about a 5-minute fight and I got it in just under my rod tips. Adam next to me with the net by my side. It surfaced again, we scooped the net under it and I was absolutely buzzing. My second fish in a few weeks, in 2 sessions. I could not believe it. With the fish in the net, I quickly put her in the retainer and re-wrapped my rods to get the rig back out there as quickly as possible. Whilst I was doing this though, and I got to the desired length that I was fishing, I see another unbelievable sight. About 6 foot of my line had completely frayed where it had been wrapped around the snag here, so thank God that I did not lose that one. Sometimes we need that extra bit of luck in carp fishing, as I'm sure you guys can appreciate, and this time it was no different. I got that extra bit of luck and the carp was mine. I guess you're probably wondering what it went. Well, I filmed it all, so sit back and enjoy it.
That's a lump sum.
Mate, we'll weigh it first to be fair, and then we'll do the floaters, yeah?
Ooh.
Is it one scale?
Have a look at the outside. It's one
Okay,
scale.
again, is it?
Yeah, go on, take the net. Right, well, got to come out of the way quick. This is probably the first time I've had both the bailiffs here whilst I've caught one, and I don't catch many, but they're going to witness the fish. Jacko just jumped in. Lads, can you come in and do the thing for me, yeah? Got it?
Around the front.
Yeah,
Around the
yeah.
front. Ready?
Yep.
So keep your arm level, up the head.
It's like 39.6, yeah. Yeah.
That
Which
half
means that's 36.6.
36,
Oh dear.
About 36.6, yeah.
Is that
That means that's a new
36.
PB, yes!
36.6.
Oh, she's all round.
Oh, dear.
Hey.
Looks like I'm getting wet, doesn't it? I'll flip it over, yeah.
He's lively, mate.
Let me just take that off. Nice one. Well, like I say, 39.6 lads was it with the scales? Sorry, with a retainer. Yeah. So yeah, 36.6, new PB. I can't believe it. I've been waiting probably just over a year to beat that. It was 34.10 before. Bailiff's here to witness it as well. So, oh, thank you, Jacko. Nice one, mate. But what a lovely fish. Proper grey coloured mirror.
Tell you what, I think that's the one that Slim Belly had.
Big belly. It's a bit lively as well. Yeah, there we go. Bit lively. Yes. Okay, ready? There we go. 36.6 of Chase front lake mirror. I'm absolutely buzzing. I'm probably going to get soaking wet, but really nice to have the boys from the lake around for this one, to be fair, especially the bailiffs. They do a lot of work over this lake, and we're quite lucky, to be fair, because it's a park lake at the end of the day, but some mega fish you can see here in front of me, and I'm just pleased. Second fish of this month. Haven't been able to get out that much because of work, as I said numerous times, but absolutely buzzing. And thank you for the experience, boys. Really pleased with this one.
Hope he dies.
Well done, Rick.
Cheers, fellas. Thank you. Cheers. Thanks,
Well done,
Jacko. Are you good for the stills, or? Yeah?
I'll kiss it.
Dan, check us out, Donny.
We fill it up.
Buzzing, mate.
Yeah.
Absolutely buzzing.
Bust.
Evil without crayfish, eh? Evil way.
Let's start.
Good?
Yeah,
Am I good with everything, or?
Yep,
that's good, man.
give it a big smile, mate. It's a fucking PB, man. There we go, go
I
on.
guess you're going to chuck that now, aren't you?
Yeah, go on the capture.
Oh my days, mate. I've got water in my ear. I think my mic might have broke as well.
Oh, wow.
Yes, boys. Lovely. Thanks, boys. I appreciate it. Nice one.
Right, you got to get some water shots of that as well, man.
No PB, a couple of water shots before I put her back. So pleased all the boys are here. Probably the biggest audience that I've had personally. Unbelievable, and like I say, lake is full of gems. And Burlo, told you there was fish in here.
No.
Sick. I'm just going to do the mouth as well. Good boys.
Alright. Let me have a look.
Yes. Get in. Boom! So guys, a new PB for me at £36.6. An absolutely cracking mirror carp, old as the hills. As you see from the footage earlier, it was mega. An unbelievable moment that I got to share with both my fishing friends and also the lake bailiffs that do a lot of work over there, which I previously mentioned. So yeah, an unbelievable moment that I'll never forget. I got soaked. I remember Adam throwing loads of water in my ear on that particular fish, so I'm definitely going to get you back for that because I still can't hear anything in this ear. But just so pleased I managed to turn my ear around and nick a couple of fish. They were well overdue. And yeah, I guess that's where we're at for the Chasing Monsters update. So thank you very much for tuning back in. I hope you've enjoyed this video as much as I have putting it together. It's always nice having a few carp to show you guys along the way. Please make sure you like, share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks to the new subscribers that have come on board, and thanks to the current ones that have been so patient over the last few months whilst I've been putting this video together. I really do appreciate it. Last but not least, don't forget about the giveaway that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, courtesy of Dave Levy himself. He was kind enough to give me one of his signed autobiographies, which happens to be this month's giveaway prize. So for your chance of winning it, drop down in the comment section below and type hashtag thank you Dave Levy for your chance of being selected. I'll select that one winner in the next video that will come out shortly. And yeah, good luck. In the meantime, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy any fishing that you do yourself over the next few months. Get out there, catch some carp and stay safe. Until next time, sweet.